Yeah, we here. Hopefully everything sounds great. Everything sounds fantastic. Let me adjust this a little bit. This looks a little odd. I don't like the. Hold on, I'm gonna have to do some quick adjustments. We could bring that over a little. Bring that. Bring it up. There we go. Alrighty, we here. Hold up. Yeah, hold up. My mic was. Hold up. Oh, I see. One second. Had gotta do adjustment. There we go. Noise suppression. There we go. There we go. We perfect. Keep that low. All right, man. We doing Grammys today. Um, there. I would say that there's like certain like disappointment in the Grammys or excitement, but for the most part, there's neither for me. For the most part, I unfortunately, I kind of don't really care about the Grammy like as much. You know what I mean? Not that like, not that like I'm not excited for whoever wins. Like I think everyone who wins, I'm like good, right? Like that's kind of like my baseline because I'm like I understand what it's like to be a musician and to create music and want your music to be appreciated and loved. So like from a baseline, that's like where my brain is at with it, right? So it's exciting to see people accomplish their dreams and things like that, things that they never thought that they could, or their life goals. So for me, off the top, congratulations to every winner. It makes me happy to see people happy with that. Especially certain people, which we'll discuss as we get to some of the winners. But yeah, I'm excited to see. Yeah, I'm excited to. I was excited to see it. But like at the same time, I don't care too much about the Grammys as much as I used to when I was younger. I'll say that when I was younger, I cared a lot more because it's like I feel like it was different back then. I feel like it was you were there was gatekeepers to get into the industry. You had that really have real skill. So everyone nominated had some skill. Today it's a little different. But it's whatever. You know what I mean? And I think it was political back in the day, but it's a little more political now. And like when you look at the people who have 20 plus Grammys and all these crazy numbers of Grammys, and then you see the people who have zero, it kind of makes it irrelevant. Like the guy on my shirt, Tupac, one of the greatest ever, has 0 Grammys. So it's like, I kind of weigh it like that. So it's from a personal perspective, it doesn't matter as much. But I am always happy to see people win and be happy and be celebrated and all that, especially black people and hip hop people, you know what I mean? So that's always going to be my number one, especially in those spaces, right? But yeah, let's start off. I got a article here pulled up. Shout out to Youngblood. That's Youngblood right there. I don't know why he calls himself Youngblood. Let's go. Oh, that's only the big. Okay, let's go all the way down and go from like what they seem is the least interested. All right. Best orchestral performance. I am not familiar with. I am familiar with the Boston Symphony Orchestra. Actually, never mind. They won. Congrats to them. Best opera recording. I don't listen to gospel, so I mean gospel opera, so I don't really have any expertise in that. And I'm going over everyone because I like all types of music. So it's like, I might know some people. I might have heard some shit. Might know some of the nominees. Best musical theater. Buena Vista Social Club, which sounds familiar. Oh, there was a Death Becomes Her musical. There was a theater. What was that? I did see that. I did, so I'm familiar with that. Best jazz performance. Chick Corea, and Jim McBride. And wow. Samara Joy, that's their first time losing a Grammy. Isn't that a crazy stat? Best alternative jazz album, Nate Smith, Live Action. Love that. Robert Glasper usually would win something like that, so crazy to see someone else win. Best jazz instrumental album, which I should do a jazz album. Sullivan, Foreigner, featuring Peter Washington and Marcus Gilmore, Southern Nights. I'm just trying to see if it shows up on the screen pretty good. Okay. Best jazz vocal album, Samara Joy. Okay, so she did win that. So she did win. I did see that she won for Portrait. So that's jazz and classical. Now it looks like the film category, which we have best music film, John Williams by me. I haven't seen that yet, and I really want to go see that. It's about John Williams's life. The Pharrell Piece by Piece. I didn't even know he was nominated for that. Ray, that would have been crazy if Ray won for that. That would have been cool. Diane Warren, Devo. I haven't seen the Devo, but I heard crazy good things about it. Best music video, Doechii. Honestly, it's between I've seen all of these videos. Okay Go, love, fantastic. Okay Go probably should have won. If like it's surprising that they didn't win for Love, but I didn't know they were even nominated. But I think Doechii deserved this one. It's just funny because it's like, man, they really they find a way to just give her anything. They will find a way to give the TDE crowd, like, I don't know what it is, but like, it's like, damn, y'all doing all this TDE shit. Fucking let's get Schoolboy Q a fucking Grammy. Fuck all them good ass albums he put out. We just jumped straight to Doechii and SZA. I think SZA deserves every Grammy she gets. I think, by the way, I think all of them deserve every Grammy you get. I'm sorry, because it's like, them winning doesn't mean that the people in that category also didn't deserve it. I'm that type. I'm not the one where it's like the person who won doesn't deserve it because the person who I think deserves it the most. You know, I'm not one of those people. So I'm always like, I think it's fair, personally. I think it's fair whoever wins, because I think the nomination is the qualification. I think there's moments, of course, there's moments where it's like, oh, Macklemore won album of the year over Good Kid, Mad City. Not even just over Good Kid, Mad City, but just over all of those albums. It's crazy. But did Macklemore put out a good album? Yes, he did. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's how I feel about stuff. Like, I'm not a hater. Like, even if I don't like a person, I'm not a hater on the music and the art. I'm going to give you the credit for your art and your music. If I've heard it, if I haven't, I can't say, I can't criticize it, is what I'm like, you know. If I've heard it and I don't like it, I'll criticize it fairly, but I'll still give respect. All right, so best audiobook narration. The Dalai Lama, bruh. I don't know. I don't fuck with Dalai Lama, bruh. I don't know any of these audiobooks. Trevor Noah, I didn't know he put out another book. I didn't know. Or it's just probably like I didn't know he put out one. I didn't get Ketanji Brown Jackson. Yeah, I would have like read about Trevor. I like Trevor Noah's Born to Sin. That was a good book. Best song written for visual medium. Hunter X, Golden, K-pop Demon. I actually didn't know that they won a Grammy last night. I Lied to You is the best fucking song here. What do you like? And damn, they got Rod Wave, Sinners. Oh, I didn't even know Rod Wave was nominated for that. Jamie Lawson, Pale Pale Moon. Oh, between those two, those are great. 9 Inch Nails. I didn't watch Tron Ares because I just couldn't do it. I love Tron, and I just couldn't bring myself to watching that. Hold on, where do I got my Tron? I got my Tron right here. I got my Tron right here. I like the original Tron. Tron Legacy is okay, but I like regular Tron. I want us to go back to that vibe. It's like they ruined the franchise. Hell, do stop motion. Not ooh. Disney stop motion. I didn't. That's crazy. But yeah. I haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunter, so I can't judge if that was like the best of it. But it was definitely by far the most popular. Besides the Sinners nominations. That's kind of a bummer. Best score soundtrack for video games and interactive media. Is that a new category? Because I don't remember that category. last year. I don't remember. Sword of the Sea, never heard of that game. Avatar, I heard that game. Helldivers 2, of course, know that game. Indiana Jones, of course, know that. Star Wars Outlaws. So yeah, I know these games. That's literally the only game I don't know. One. Shout out to that. Best score soundtrack for visual media. It gotta go to Ludwig. It's just crazy that they skip over all the other beautiful center shit. Like, if Ludwig lost this one, I would have been like, give it to Severance. You know what I mean? Of course, because the music in Severance is phenomenal. But like, you just skip over like the best part of Sinners to me, obviously, is the score. But like, particularly, I Lied to You, Miles Caton. That should have been the thing that won. I mean, both of them personally, but still, it's just crazy that they kind of shit it. They did best compilation soundtrack for visual media, which I hope the artists get their Grammys for that. Like, who were involved in the music. I hope so. Complete unknown. I didn't even know Timothy Chalamet. Did he sing on that? But yeah, I didn't listen to any of this. F1 is a great movie. I just didn't see anything. And best comedy album. Nate. I don't know who that is. Who is Nate Bargatze? I honestly don't know who that is. Never heard of this comedian before. I've probably seen his face, so I'm gonna Google him. Let's see. I never heard of. I've heard, I feel like I maybe know it. Can I see his fucking face? Yeah, I know who this is. I've seen him before. But congrats to him. Look at these names. Sarah Silverman just get every nomination every year, bruh. They not beating them allegations like Hollywood and the music industry. They're not beating allegations. I be trying to defend my people. I be trying to like make sure that like people aren't being anti whatever that thing is, and I don't want to say it because I'm scared of Twitch getting banned. But like, I be trying to defend it, but then there's some shit that happens that I'm just like, ooh, shit. That makes it look very bad. Jamie Foxx could have won. That would have been pretty good. I didn't listen to Ali Wong. I did watch Drop Dead Years. I did watch that. That was cool. It wasn't my favorite Bill Burr special. All right, producing and songwriting. Producer of the year, non-classical, Circuit. I didn't even know that who was. Oh, I should have went to Soundwave. I want a Soundwave to get that. But yeah, I mean, I didn't listen to Lady Gaga's album, but he did Lady Gaga and Rose. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Or is that just them? Oh, Amy Out. Okay, that's just who they were. I about to say, I'm like, that a group? I didn't listen to Lady Gaga's album. Amy Allen, non-classical, songwriter of the year. Oh, I didn't even know they did a songwriter of the year. Best African performance, Push to Start. What's the song with Homeboy? What's the song with Homeboy? Rema. There was a song that Rema put out that was really fucking good. I forgot the name of it, but it was really good. But yeah, I like Push to Start actually. I actually really like the song. I didn't listen to Love. Which I don't like Davido. I just don't like him. He seems like a fucking dickhead. Like he seems like a piece of shit person. I don't know what it is about him. Every time I see him, he's always talking shit and being a dickhead. Like I don't fuck with people like him. So I'm happy he's losing. But Omale is probably one of the best African artists I've ever heard. Omale and Tim's, to me, I love Tim's. But yeah, Omale is amazing. Everything I've heard from Omale is great. Best R&B album, Mutt by Leon Thomas. Fantastic choice. That would have been my vote. If I had to vote, that would have been it. Tiana Taylor, Escape Room is good. It's just not my favorite. Coco Jones, though, it would be between Leon and Coco, really. That's really like, I didn't listen to Beloved. I can't listen to Giveon for a long period, like for a whole album. I tried, it's just not. I like his songs. I think he has a great voice and all that. It's just not for me. Best R&B song, Folded. Heart of a Woman's okay. It Depends is less of an R&B song. It's more of like I feel like it's like whatever genre that New Jack Swing created, that should have became its own genre, because I feel like a lot of what Chris Brown does isn't actually traditional R&B. It's more like in the lane of like a Bobby Brown, like New Jack Swing, but like a modern version of that, like the evolution of New Jack Swing. And I wish people kind of focused on that because R&B is such a smaller genre that they just kind of put everything together and smash it. Like look at the albums that are here. Kehlani, well, these are songs by the way, but these are songs. Look at the people who are here. Folded, Heart of a Woman. Those two songs are very similar. They're very 90s influence sound wise. They both sound like Brandy songs. Chris Brown, it depends. That one's a little different. It has like that sexy drill vibe to it, but it like I said, it has that New Jack Swing. There's like a New Jack Swingishness to it, like Michael Jackson's Dangerous album vibes. Duran Bernard, just some of the best singing. Very different than all of these songs. And then Leon Thomas, Yes It Is, which I'm surprised that song's there. R&B, oh, and best R&B performance, Folded. Oh yeah, I love Yukon. I love Yukon. That's a great song, but it's not my favorite song off that album. So I'm cool. Heart of a Woman is not a song I like. It's very cookie cutter. I'm going to an era and trying to just recreate that era instead of like creating an original sounding song. It just like, at least with Folded sounds like one of those older songs, but it still sounds like a Kehlani song. You know what I mean? Here we are with the country shit. Best contemporary country album, which is I guess the more modern, right? That's the more modern country, which Jelly Roll is definitely at the top of the list when it comes to that. Like, that year for sure. Eric Church is great. I don't really like to like publicly co-sign any of them because a lot of these niggas are racist, including Jelly Roll, even though he like black people, but he still support Trump, and all these people support Trump, so fuck him. Besides Shabuzi, maybe. Hopefully Shabuzi isn't. Best country song, I would have just said Shabuzi. And Lainey Wilson doesn't seem to be racist. I love Chris Stapleton. Chris Stapleton has one of my favorite voices in all of like white people singing. So, but I don't care. I don't know. Shabuzi won, so I'm happy Shabuzi got something. Fuck Jelly Roll. Chris Stapleton, obviously. Come on. You can't put performance in Chris Stapleton's name in the same sentence without him winning, to be fair. I've seen all of these people perform, probably besides Zach Top. And Lainey Wilson's great, but, you know, Chris Stapleton is Chris Stapleton. That motherfucker is incredible. All right, here we are with the rap category. Let's go from the top. From like, I really like to go from like the big album to like the top. Let's do best rap performance. Clips, Pusha T, Malice, Kendrick Lamar, and Pharrell Williams, Chains and Whips. Good song. Okay song. I don't love it. I love Kendrick's verse on it. A lot more than like the song. Malice went crazy on it. The beat is not my favorite. I kind of hate the beat. It's very Church in the Wild again, which that beat is different. That beat is way better. Which one is Outside by Cardi B? Up outside. Okay, that's a good song. But that songs feel so old for some reason. Doechii Anxiety. I hate that fucking song. I'm not mad at her for doing this song because she was just in her room fucking recording over the Someone I Used to Know beat. Like, she was just rapping off of that. Like, it wasn't her fault. I just don't personally like it. I love every other Doechii song. That's literally the only Doechii song that I listened to, and I was like, not for me. It sounded poppy and it sounded like cash grabby, which is not the intention of the song, but it just sounds like that to me, and it just doesn't appeal to me. Kendrick Lamar, and maybe because the other song is so popular, but Kendrick Lamar, Lefty Gunplay, TV Off. That's like one of my least favorite songs off of GNX. So it's like, What's my favorite song off of GNX? Reincarnated, obviously. But what's my other favorite song? Oh, Peekaboo. Peekaboo is like the one. AZ Chike, or AZ Check, how you ever say his name. Great rapper. Looking forward to his album. He got a song Game Time that's out right now. That's fire as well. He's a really good artist. I can't wait to see him blow up. Tyler the Creator, Teasel Touchdown, Darling I. Darling I instantly jumped to become one of my favorite all-time Tyler the Creator songs, bro. It is the perfect, like, I feel like you listen to Tyler, he like a big like Neptune's guy. He's a big like, I love R&B with the rap verse on it. Like he made that perfect song. He made the frontin'. You know what I mean? The front. This is Tyler's front. Frontin' is my favorite Pharrell song. That and Can I Have It Like That? That has a special place in my heart. But like this is that. Like the way he is like is a singy song. And then like he comes in with a verse, the rap verse to it, like masterful song. So best rap performance, yeah, I guess because it has like a real rap verse on it. But I feel like that's best melodic. That should be best melodic rap. But Clips won. I love Clips. I didn't love the album like everybody else did, but I love Clips, and like I grew up on Clips. I'm a big Pharrell guy, even though Pharrell is coming off as a dickhead lately, and it's kind of making me sad. And he's fucking stupid when it comes to politics. Called himself proletariat, but then like went against everything that makes someone a proletariat. But you know, I let it. You let people cook. You let people cook. I don't think he means wrong. So you know, got to give him that credit. Best melodic rap performance. Kendrick Lamar with SZA, Luther. There's really no other answer. There's really no other answer here. Somebody Loves Me. That's less of a rap. That's more R&B. They're both R&B in that song. So I love that song, but that wouldn't. I don't think that counts for melodic rap. I guess if you count it as like the whole song is melodically rapping, which I guess so. Kenyon Dixon, Terrence Martin. That was a great record. JID, Tyler Sign Wholeheartedly is really good. Proud of Me is a song that like if Meek were to ever win that Grammy, that would be the Grammy that Meek would truly have like deserved, because the verse on that record, bruh, that shit is one of the best verses of the year when it comes to just writing your emotions and your feelings. I think Meek killed that, but like you really can't give this to anything Luther. If Kendrick lost every other award that night, that's the one award that Kendrick should like bona fide 100. And I don't like Luther I don't really like Luther the song. I like the sample. I love Luther Vandross, but I don't like the drop it like it's hot. That's just not for me. That's for the radio, and it did well on the radio. Billboard #1 for like mad weeks. It's not for me. I'm typically not gonna like a song that jumps up to #1 on Billboard. It's really most songs don't really aren't my favorite. But. Like I said, GNX is a great album. I like other songs on the album. The songs that like everyone loves. I think Dodger Blues better, right? Dodger Blues the better song. But best rap song, TV Off, Lefty Gunplay. Let's see what's in this category though, because I was kind of like annoyed when I saw this one, because I was like, ugh, I hate TV Off for best rap song. All these rap songs that came out last year, and that's the one that won. But then look, Dolce Anxiety, that should not be in best rap song. It should not be in that category, because if Kendrick wasn't in this category, they would have had her win. Clips, Pusha T, Malice, Birds Don't Sing, John Legend. Ooh, that's a song right there. It's not one of my favorite songs. I don't like the chorus, the birds don't sing. I don't like that really, but it's John Legend. But the verses on that song right there. That was one of the that's the highlight on the album. That's one of the highlights on the album for me. Even though I don't love the album, like that was one of those records that I was just like, ooh, ooh. You know what I mean? I get chills even thinking about that song, which doesn't happen a lot in rap. So that and that Meek verse, woo, powerful music, man. I know, like, in life, like those are going to be songs like when life happens to you can go back to that. Like if you experience what they're talking about in those records. Man, and I haven't experienced what they're talking about in those records, you know what I mean? But just even the thought of it, like it's so visceral. Yeah. Best rap song, they got that wrong. Tyler the Creator, Sticky, don't like that song really. So like that one is like these two, Doechii and Tyler, could lose that one easy. Now Glorilla, TGIF, that should have won. That's the perfect song to win. Because Glorilla, like, one, puts out original sounding music that's all her. She comes from like humble beginnings, worked her ass off, got a hit, got signed with Yo Gotti, so she's not like a label darling. She's not getting like pushed. She's not getting artificially pushed. She genuinely has the fan base, has the people behind her. I think that she should have won for this one, but The Grammys is the Kendrick Lamar show, so whatever's rap categories, someone associated with Kendrick Lamar is gonna win. That's just how it goes today. Um, it it didn't seem like it was always like that. I mean, when Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers won Best Rap Album, that's when I kind of knew. I was like, oh, Kendrick is like the darling. He's it's like Eminem or Kanye. You know, anytime Kanye was nominated, like Kanye would win. Anytime Eminem was nominated for Best Rap Album, he would win. You know, so Kendrick is just that. Like, I don't like people using that thing where it's like, because yes, there are the industry darlings and people who the voting staff have biases towards. Like, it ain't Kendrick's fault. It ain't TDE's fault. I don't think that they're paying for Grammys. I don't think you can, because more people will have Grammys if you can. Obviously, you can do things to get in favor, but I genuinely think that there's just people in that in that in the voting staff who just, you know, like Kendrick. And you never know, he might have some connection. You know how that shit go. Best rap album goes to GNX. My honest opinion on this is GNX, of the albums here, is the album I listen to the most and the album that I like the most. So I'm not mad at Kendrick winning this. I know a lot of people are mad because they're like, oh, I wanted Clips to win, but I don't like Clips' album. I don't think it's a good. I think it's a good album for people, but it's not a good album for me. It's not an album I like and that I go back and listen to. I listen to So Be It, the original version. So Be It all the fucking time. That one is great. What's the one? I forgot how that go. FICO is okay. I don't really like Stove God. Like, I don't like the way I don't like his melodies and the way his voice sounds. I know some people like it, and like I think that's what makes him like unique. Great. I support him. I love when he raps. It gets a little too West Side Gunny, where it's just like, I'm just being so lazy and just I can do whatever I want on this beat and I don't have to like follow conventions, which I think is cool and it works for some people, but it's not for me. I don't like West Side Gun either because of that. Now, everything surrounding the beat, the beats, the even sometimes when West Side raps, when Gun raps, I'm there. When Stove God just raps, I'm there. I don't need the melodies. I don't need all that. If you're going to do the melodies like that. Now, if they were doing some different melodies, maybe I'll be into it. But like the way that they just do that, I'm in the corner, and it's just like, stop that, that shit corny. But Chromacopia, I like Chromacopia, but it's not one of my favorite Tyler albums. God Does Like Ugly. I like JID's album before that one. I can't remember the name of it, and I hate that I don't remember the name of it. I like that album more than this one. Though this one had some songs that I fucking love. And I would have loved to see JID win. Glorilla's album is fantastic. I would have loved to see her win as well. But, you know how it goes. But that's the rap category. It's kind of sad. Yeah, the rap category is just dominated by, like, the same people all the time. I kind of don't like that. You know, not a fan of that. I do think diversity in awarding is better. I would rather Kendrick had 17 Grammys and those 10 other Grammys that he won actually go to people who work hard as well. Not to say Kendrick doesn't work hard. It's just, it implies that he's working harder than everyone and that he's just genuinely better than everyone, which is just not the case. Is he one of the best? To me, yes. Personally, opinionated wise. But there are other metrics that they are not taking into consideration when it comes to other artists, and it kind of sucks. Because, but, some people have different things, All right, so best rock performance, Youngblood. I don't know who these people are. Live from the Villa. I didn't see that. I didn't listen to them. Nice to see him win, though. He was in a category with Linkin Park, which is the new Linkin Park, which I'm good. Haley Williams. Turnstile was in this. Best rock song, 9 Inch Nails. Okay. As Loud as You Need Me to Be. Wow, I didn't realize they were nominated. Best rock album, Turnstile. Never Enough. I didn't listen to a lot of rock. Deftones put out an album. Haim. Shout out to Haim. Best alternative music album, The Cure. Songs of a Lost Way. Alternative music. Oh, Tyler was in that category. No wonder why he didn't win. Don't Tap the Glass should have won something. That one grew on me. That album I didn't like at first, and it grew on me. The Cure best musical performance, alternative music performance. Sorry, The Cure alone. Shout out to Cure. So it seems like it was pretty much about the same when it comes to like metal and all that. Turnstile, okay, Turnstile got some shit. Turnstile won two. Nice. I'm so detached from like current day rock music. It's crazy. I'm always like I feel like there's so much rock to like go back on that I'm never keeping up. Okay, best Latin pop album. Natalia, I don't know how to say that name. Cancionera. Cancionera. I don't know how you say it. I think I said that right. Costa Nestra. I don't know how to say his first name, but I think his music is great. Every song I've heard from Raul Alejandro is phenomenal. I love his features on Bad Bunny records. I don't know Andres. I don't know who that is, but I think I know about this album though. Bogota. I feel like I've heard of that album though. Carol G, love Carol G. Didn't listen to it, but nice. Best Musica Urban, okay, which is the nigga version, the nigga Spanish, whatever the nigga Latin album is. J Balvin, Bad Bunny, of course, wins. Yandel, shout out to Yandel. I don't know these guys. I've never heard of these people. Obviously, no J Balvin. All right, go to the pop categories. Pop and dance. Now, this is a category I probably know the least about because I didn't listen to pop at all, really, unless you count Justin Bieber. I really didn't listen to none. Okay, so best pop vocal album, Lady Gaga won for Mayhem. I didn't listen to that, but everyone told me that it was really good and it was back to like the old Lady Gaga, which is the Lady Gaga I like. The more poppy, the electronic, the more like gay nigga shit. You know what I mean? I fuck with like that type of. I don't hope that wasn't offensive, but man, you know the gays love Gaga, and Gaga is one of them. Best pop solo performance, Lola Young, Messy. I like this song, by the way. It's a pop song, but it feels like rocky. It feels like 80s pop rock, which 80s pop rock with like a Lana Del Rey 2011, 2012 Tumblr vibes, which I appreciate. When I first heard the song, I thought it was a joke because of the way she looked. But then as like I heard it more, I was like, no, this is actually a serious song. Actually a really good serious song and good lyric. Very good, well written song. Justin Bieber Daisies, I love that song. Sabrina Carpenter Man Child, great record. Lady Gaga, like I said, I didn't listen to anything from her. And Chappell Roan, I don't really listen to. I've heard some songs from her that are just not my cup of tea. And also she comes off very annoying sometimes. So it's kind of like it throws me off sometimes. She's beautiful, and I think she has a movement, and I think she makes a lot of like queer kids feel very safe and comfortable, and she really helps them with their identity and shit. So I always support artists like that. So I will support her in that way. But some of the shit she says is just like, oh shit, you may be queer, you may be an icon to that community, but you are still a white woman at the end of the day. Sometimes when people open their mouths, they remind you like, yeah, I may be like queer, but I'm white. I'm still a white woman. Best pop duo performance, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana won a Grammy together. Okay, they had to win for Defying Gravity. What are we talking about here? Now Hunter X, I'm surprised that didn't win. Cat's Eye, I've been hearing a lot about Cat's Eye, but I'm good. 30 for 30 was on here. Pop duo. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Like, why is Kendrick Lamar in this category? Why is SZA and Kendrick Lamar in this category for this song? SZA could be in this category for a lot of her songs, but for this song, I like 30 for 30, but 30 for 30 has that same thing that I don't like about Anxiety, where it takes a beat from somewhere else. And it's just like, now I'm used to that beat. So it's like, I don't like hearing it. I want to hear the regular version, the Rich Boy version. Best Dance Electronic Album. Oh, recording. Sorry, I thought I said album. I'm like, damn, I'm like, what? Tame Impala In the Summer, great record. Disclosure, Anderson .Paak, No Cat. Disclosure put out a record with Leon Thomas that is really good. I forgot the name of it, but it's really good. Fred Again makes really good music. Black Boy Max, I didn't hear him on it, so I don't know what it sounds like. Kate Trinata, Space Invader. Skrillex is always great. I'm surprised Skrillex didn't win. Skrillex is kind of a darling too. Best Dance Electronic Album, FKA Twigs. Finally, that's a finally. Obviously, I love Pink Pantheress as well. I think she's great. I haven't listened to Skrillex. I haven't listened to Skrillex in a long time. Best pop recorder, Abracadabra, Lady Gaga. Oh, so she won. She's the female Kendrick Lamar. They give her every fucking thing. Especially when she did songs with Homeboy, who passed away recently. Can't remember his name. It kind of pissing me off that I don't, because he's a fucking legend. I feel so bad that I don't know his fucking name. Best traditional pop album, La Fade. Oh wow. Oh wow. I didn't even know Jennifer Hudson put out an album. Wow. Wait, so Mayhem and Harlequin was two different albums? Oh, okay. All right, so that's the pop categories. You see how much like I don't care, right? All right, here's the big four. Big Four awards. Okay. Song of the Year across all genres. Billie Eilish Wildflower, which came out in 2004. Billie Eilish is also another Grammy darling. I think she has 10 Grammys now. I love Billie Eilish's music. She's one of those artists that is a pop artist, but also just her music is fucking phenomenal. So it's like she's popular because she's a white girl. If she was a black girl, then the music would probably be more niche. But she's a white girl, so that helps her with pop appeal. But the music itself is just phenomenal. I wouldn't care who made it, unless you were a racist or a hater or a Republican. But like, a good song, but it's just like it's crazy. Abracadabra, Anxiety. Crazy that got even nominated for that, but you know it was a big record. It's Kendrick Lamar, Luther. I thought that was gonna go to that song. Man Child. Yeah, these are songs I don't really care about. Bad Bunny, DTMF. That's a record that I'm surprised didn't win anything. I don't think it won anything. Obviously, yeah, it didn't win anything. Then record of the year goes to SZA and fucking Kendrick Luther. I know there's a difference between song of the year and record of the year. I just can't remember what the difference is between each two. But yeah, this is pop. This is all pop shit. The Bruno Mars record is pretty fire actually, so I'm surprised I didn't win. He's also a darling, a Grammy darling. Album of the year went to Babani. I don't know how to say that because I'm not Hispanic. But I listened to it. It's a good album. I like Bad Bunny's album before a little bit more. Justin Bieber Swag was probably my favorite album out of the albums listed here. I'm not even joking. Like Swag is really fucking good. I think it would have got more respect if the name of the album wasn't Swag. I guarantee more people would have took it seriously. And especially if he wasn't like online going crazy with the paparazzi and like freaking out and shit. Like people would have took the album more seriously. Clips, Let God Sort Them Out. I would have loved for that to win because there's like people on the album like Tyler would have got a Grammy for that. Fucking Stove God would have got a Grammy for that. Like that would just been really cool for some of these people who are on that album. Kendrick obviously would have got another Grammy for that because he was on it. Leon Thomas Mutt. Fucking John Legend would have got. Who else was on that? Who else was on Clip's album? But yeah, was JID on that? Clip's album? I think they were on a song on his album. Leon Thomas Mutt. I love Mutt. I think that could have won. I don't know if the whole project could have won. Tyler Creator Chromacopia. I'm happy he got nominated just because it's just nice to see Tyler nominated in such a prestigious award. Like look at these names: Bad Bunny, Justin Bieber, Sabrina Carpenter, Clips. It's funny to see Clips there. That's wow. But Lady Gaga, Kendrick, Leon Thomas. Like these are some fucking names here. Like these are all musicians that I respect. I'm not the biggest Sabrina Carpenter guy, but I also don't like pop music like that. So that's it. Best new artist, Olivia Dean. I've heard her music before. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know that what songs were hers, but I've heard her. I was interested. You know what's funny? I'm a nerd, right? Bruno Mars, Les Paul, and so that's for me. I was like, oh, I usually see him with a Stratocaster. So I'm like, oh, he's rocking a Les Paul for this performance. Oh, I didn't know Rose from makes more sense. I know Blackpink though. Abracadabra, I saw this one. That one was really good. Lady Gaga is Lady Gaga, so I don't love the song. Bruno Mars, I just might. I didn't hear you. I see. I did. To me, I feel like Bruno Mars needs to shed some of that 70s aesthetic that's the late 60s, 70s aesthetic, like old black people like aesthetic, like rock and roll, like Richard. Like he has to kind of a little Richard look because a lot of people are judging his music based off of that. Like people that I just might like, it sounds like any other Bruno Mars song, but I'm listening to him like, no, it doesn't. It really doesn't. I think just the entire aesthetic, the bandana, the hair, like I think the whole thing is giving cruise ship cover artist. You know, when it's just like, bro, you don't have to do that. What the fuck happened? That's um medley. I saw a little bit of Olivia. She was great. There was moments where really weird. Summer not good in that. Thomas is performance his own because like with the head. I thought it was really good looking. This is the great. So Pharrell, Malice, Pusha T. It's a decent record. I just don't like. I don't the Pharrell part. I don't like this. I don't like Pharrell parts on these songs. That one was not good. Did Ozzy tribute? Um, it's kind of funny how Post Malone got big and just said "fuck nigga." I'm a trip down into white shit, which fine, you're white, but it's just fun. It's just funny to see. It's like, damn, nigga, you really was like, you really like covertly like snuck in here. Like that's a glitch. Okay, I was a little bit justice. No drop frames though. We still good. We still good. We still good here. There we go. We still good. Okay. But yeah, Post Malone. He thinks he's a rock star. I don't really like it. I didn't really like it. Obviously Slash on guitar. Fucking what's homeboy name? Chad Smith on the drums. Something is like eating up something. Like my hard drive right now. All right, let's go down. This way, I think it's this website is eating up so much like data. They want you to subscribe so bad. But yeah, Justin Bieber Yukon, incredible. People kind of shitted on it, which confused me a little bit. Here being like kind of like a little weird makes it bad. I'm like he's like I like that he had a little Yamaha guitar, which you don't see that on stage. You never see people with a Yamaha. I find it interesting, especially just being into guitars more recently and like really deep diving on like all that. It's just interesting because I'm always looking. It's like, oh, Les Paul. There's a Gibson there. Oh, SG. Oh wow, okay. Oh, of course, Stratocaster. Most people do Stratocasters because those are very diverse guitars. You can do pretty much anything with that. Um, and Telecaster when you watch like country artists or like depends on the person. So I was like, yeah. But I saw him on Yamaha. I was like, ooh. And then he performed. I mean, it's not like the craziest. He produced the beat on stage, which is pre-planned. He had the 808s and all that shit there. But it was still really cool. He had the loop pad. He looped it, put the guitar down. Back bare bones is very much similar to the Runaway performance Kanye did. I think that was at the VMAs or which one was. But I enjoyed the hell out of that. It was nice to see it. And also, Justin Bieber's vocals, man, are great. Still good. And he's older now, so they have that fitness to the vocals. Even working. Tyler, There's Sugar on My Tongue. That's the best performance of the night. The best performances I've ever seen in Grammy history. I'm not even joking. All time. All time. It was like it's crazy. Like it's crazy because Thought I Was Dead is a song I like from Chromacopia, so I was happy. He changed some lyrics up, addressed all his past antics, which was cool. And I like the lyrics. I kind of like it. It kind of sucks that he was like, I made a lot of black millionaires. I hate when people do like a black person do anti-black shit, some coon shit. But as soon as it's like time to like get criticized for it, it's like, oh, but look, I made all these black people rich. I can't help hate. It's just like, yes, I agree that you're not self-hating. You don't have to explain that part because you grown and mature. But it's like you made other black people millionaires. It's not a way to be like you're not self-hating. You know what I mean? It doesn't really actually address what it is. But I do like that he did it in music, and I think most people move past that shit. There was some tweets and shit that he had out made me be like, that's a little nuts. But yeah, it was a dope performance. And then also like Sugar on My Tongue, like that record is one of the like records. Like that has creeped up as just like this is a good record. It had like an authentic 80s to it that wasn't chasing just that same 80s sound that like The Weeknd, for example, chases all the time. It was 80s, but it was 80s hip hop. It was 80s like Salt and ish. Like it had like a different type of 80s, like hood 80s, hood black 80s, but like also like some pop stuff. Some Quincy in there, and then he was dancing. Like he was genuinely dancing. Like, he was doing simple moves, but it was like the movements were very Michael Jackson like. Red leather performance, and then it's like he also did that thing where he's like he killed characters. You know what I mean? He killed some of his characters in like the like Chromacopia character, and then Don't Tap the Glass character, which to me I think is really cool. Sabrina Carpenter, I don't even know why. Shout out to that. Is that a jazz master or is that a jazz? I'm not a Sabrina Carpenter fan. I think she makes good music. It's just not my type of music. I didn't see the why I avoid. I don't know why. It probably make me sad. But Leon Thomas is out there. Lucky Day, Bilal, Hill. But yeah, I think that was all the performances. Long, the Grammy seemed way longer. But yeah, overall, man, I'm disappointed in the hip hop Grammys because it's just like they're never gonna like award all the people that you want to be awarded because get down. Because like, it's like this is hip hop through the eyes of white people. You know what I mean? And last year for me, Killer Mike won those Grammys, and I don't say that in a negative way, like, oh, there's something wrong with Killer Mike or there's wrong with white people's opinions on hip hop. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it lets me know who are the voter base for this shit. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's obviously influence black people and all that stuff, but I say that it like because Killer Mike Killer Mike is a legendary rapper from Atlanta. Worked with Outkast. Whole World is literally one of my favorite songs of all time. But like growing up, that was my favorite song. I used to love it. I was a little kid, and that the music was clowny and goofy, and the video was cool. So I became Killer Mike from that. But a lot of people are Killer Mike fans because one, his politics, which him with Burn, but then also mainly because of and Run the Jewels fan base is like the white hip hop nerd, the white hip hop white hip hop heads I respect. Actually know what the fuck they talking about a lot. They know the history. They probably know more than a lot of us. But that being said, it's still white hip hop nerds being white hip hop nerds, if that makes any sense. So when mind you, I think Michael was a great album. Killer Mike album was a great album, right? And deserved it. I love Killer Mike, so obviously I'm biased on. Deserved it. He put out a full-fledged great album. Great Andre 3000 verse on there. Like he had a great album. Sleepy Brown on that album. But it did let me know like that him actually win. I was like, oh, why I love Killer Mike because it Run the Jewels, like I said. And I know that just because I know white people love hip hop and they end up always loving Jewels. And that let me know, okay, so the voting staff is that. It's not don't know hip hop. it's not like the voting people don't know hip hop. It's just that they're voting hip hop. They know hip hop from the gaze of whiteness, which isn't the accurate. Which isn't an accurate picture of hip hop. Like we will never have a year where someone like who's a rapper, who did albums but also is kind of hood, because like Kendrick is hood, but Kendrick is like he's as like a gangster rapper. You know what I mean? Like Kendrick is actually more. He's actually his fan base is actually more white than anything. His fan base really became like so blackness because of the Not Like Us and right all between the songs and obviously the Black Panther soundtrack, but between all never he's not viewed as the like his fan base is, I mean, but all most rappers fan base is all white people, but it like a uppity hip hop head white. Who's a rapper that is just like 21 Savage will never win best rap album because one, the type of music he makes, like and like the only way that 21 like think about it, 21 Savage has a Grammy, right? He has one Grammy, maybe two if you count This Is America, the ad libs on that one. But the one Grammy he has for his song is what? I actually don't know which. I have to double check. Double check that he win for that. So I may be mixing up a song. Because let's see. Cause I feel like he's won, but his normal content. Okay, so he did win that Grammy. I'm happy he won for that. So that means Cole got a Grammy for that. And I think and then now look, Lil Durk. Lil Durk won a Grammy for Best Melodic Performance All My Life featuring J. Cole. What was the content of that song? Positive message for the kids. Great record. I actually do like that song. You know what I mean? I do think that that's a good song. But that's what I'm saying. They will put out a good album. Mind you, I think Durk has a good album. I forgot whichever one No Interviews is on. I forgot the name of that album. But that's a great album. But they will never win like best rap album because of the content that they make. They super street, they represent streetness. Maybe a young boy will have a good album, all of the numbers, tours selling out, but won't be nominated for best rap album. You know what I mean? A Playboy Cardi would never win because of just the type of people who vote for hip hop. It is older white people. Not older as in 50, older as in my age. I'm 33. 33 and up, that's who's voting for this shit. Now, it would be great if we had these voting, if we had these same people voting in the 90s, then you would have had Nas would have had more Grammys. You know what I mean? Like Nas would have had more than the Grammys that he has. Fucking other artists, Wu-Tang may have a Grammy for certain stuff. Like, so for me, with the hip hop thing, I don't really get mad about it because it's just like at the end of the day, like I don't want to be that guy. You know, I'm not a Drake hater like everybody else. I actually like Drake. But if our representative for hip hop culture is going to be Kendrick Lamar, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that part because when in the discussion on we can go single cam. Hopefully I ain't got no disorganization going on. So what the fuck you doing? What you eating in there? My dog likes to take his food and then put it on the floor. So I heard crunching though. I didn't want him getting it done. But oh shit, look at I don't like the way that look. Okay, there we go. I don't like the way that look. There we go. That's cleaner look. But yeah, I don't mind Kendrick being the representative. The only problem I have is just that like there's a finite amount of like hip hop space, and I don't think that hip hop is taken seriously enough. And I think that there's like no wide, like there's no reaching out. Like it's just like, okay, you're in the Universal, you're the biggest artist on Universal, you're the biggest rapper, and not necessarily money wise. I'm sure Drake probably generates more money than Kendrick does for Universal, just based off of Drake is popular. Whether you think he's better or not, who cares? But Drake is more popular than Kendrick Lamar. Drake has more music out there that can generate more money just doing nothing, like, right? Like that's why Drake gets so many streams every month. It's not bots, it's because he has a catalog. Like, I mean, Kendrick and all these other people who have catalogs too, and they get streams. Kendrick gets a lot of streams all the time, but we're comparing literally the guy who gets the most streams in totality to Kendrick Lamar, who is not getting. He's not even like the biggest rapper to get streams, you know, not even the second biggest rapper stream wise. Um, that's not an indictment on quality or not. Obviously, Kendrick to me has better quality of music overall. That's just me. That's my opinion. That's what I'll say. But in the conversation of like the big three, always was like, oh, Kendrick number one. I like him. I say he's a better rapper than Drake. Um, and he makes better music than J. Cole. I always thought J. Cole made the best music. I know not make the best music, but was the best rapper. I always thought Cole was like lyrically one of the better rappers. I think right now he is the best MC of them. I think he raps better than Drake and Cole. I actually think Drake and Kendrick. I actually think Drake raps a lot better than I gave him credit for back in the day. I used to think that I gave him like, I used to be like, Drake makes better songs, he's a better hit maker. But actually I think even if you take away the ghostwriting shit, is actually bar for bar a really good rapper. And I think that's what I think that's why a lot of people overstate the ghostwriting allegations, because they don't want to give him that credit as a really good MC. Cole, I say, is the better one because I think in totality he hit bar for bar, he's a better rapper, and also he hasn't had any smut on his writing. You know what I mean? He doesn't have any of that. Kendrick is right there with Cole lyrically. But at the same time, it's like at the same time, I think Drake and Kendrick both do this thing where they sacrifice some of the lyrical miracle shit for a better song, which in turn has made their catalogs better. I mean, all three of them have flawless catalogs when it comes to rap, but that's the reason why they're the big three, because they are the biggest. They are the biggest, so it's like, yeah, it's like we're judging cream of the crop, like we're comparing the cream of the crop. So yeah, but yeah, I think just going forward, I hope, I'm just hoping that hip hop improves, and just like, I don't know what the solution is, because there are people out there, right? Like I said this the other day, and I think a lot of the reason why hip hop and music in general discourse has been so annoying and toxic is because, one, um it all every the this topic of conversation always goes back to Drake, right? It always becomes like a Drake becomes centered in everything hip hop conversation wise. I don't know why. Like it would be something so unrelated to Drake, and then people bring up Drake, uh which is normal because he's the biggest artist, and a lot of people made a lot of money when Drake and Kendrick were beefing. And even when, no matter what Drake does, if Drake is ever sending shots at anybody or getting shots thrown at him, that's a lot of attention, a lot of people, like that's a lot of clicks, and that's a lot of generation, that's a lot of ad revenue. So I get it. Like Drake is a hot commodity in that way. So I get it. But it's just like, bruh. I feel like a lot of people support Kendrick just because of how much they hate Drake. And For me, that's kind of exhausting. That's the reason why hip hop is kind of like annoying and boring. Cause it's just like, bruh, can we listen? Can we support shit? Can we listen to shit? Can we like without it being like a critique on Drake? It's like, why do we have to talk about Drake all the time? Like, I'm not saying that, hey, Drake is never should never be the topic of conversation, but it's like Cole puts out a mixtape, right? It becomes people talk more about Drake than the actual music on there, and I'm like, bro, there's good music on there, and he even addresses the shit, and it's crazy. Like he addresses the battle part. He gives people what they want, right? Where he's like, oh, I got knocked out of the big three, blah blah blah, in the lyrics, like. All right, let's dissect that. You can, and even then, you could talk about Drake. You could bring Drake up in that, but then it becomes like a, oh, is he shooting at Drake? Is he do? It's like, no, he's just addressing the situation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why do we have to do that? And if he is, we will find out eventually. You know what I mean? But I understand that like speculation and shit like that is what pays the bills, and like I'm not mad at them people. Like that's strategy. Maybe if I did this more consistently and like put out clips of me just being like, Kendrick Lamar is the worst rapper ever, and here's why. Maybe I would get more clicks and hate comments and engagement. Maybe, of course, you know. But you know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just annoyed. I just want. I do think that there needs to be a change in the Grammys. Not because Kendrick is winning too much, because I think Kendrick is worthy of every Grammy he has at the same time, like no matter what. Maybe he shouldn't have won the one against this song, or like similar to Macklemore. Like Macklemore is worthy of a Grammy, but maybe he shouldn't have won over Good Kid, Mad City. I'll use that same logic and for Kendrick. Let's actually go to this list of Kendrick Grammy wins. Let's just do it. I'm actually really curious to see which songs he's won the Grammys for. Like because I'm sure like I'm sure there's some that I'm like, oh, he won that. But let's see. Let's go to the Grammys. We'll bring it up. There we go. The Grammy Awards. Grammy Awards. All right, we're gonna start from the top. So he was nominated for the first time for Album of the Year and Best Rap Album for Good Kid, Mad City, which fuck yeah, and Best New Artist. He lost all three of those. And he was also nominated for How Many Drinks with Miguel, Swimming Pools, Best Rap Performance, Fucking Problems with ASAP Rocky, and Now or Never. I didn't know Now or Never got fucking nominated. That was on Good Kid, Mad City. Best Rap Song Performance. He was completely shut out in that Grammys. And I think that this right here is the reason why they give him so many fucking Grammys, because they fucked up. He should have won Best New Artist for Kid, Mad City alone. If he didn't win Best Rap Album, he should have won that. He should have won Best Rap Album. Should have won all of these, honestly. How Many Drinks? I don't really care. I don't know what the other categories were. Swimming Pool, I love that. That second verse. Hold up. Now open your mind up and listen to me, Kendrick. I am not conscious. You do not hear me, that you will be history, Kendrick. I don't remember how it goes. If I take another one down, I'm a drown and poison the view to my limit. I think that I'm feeling the vibe. Love that song. But yeah. Fucking Problems. Depending on what won that year, that was a big record, and in hindsight is a bigger record today. Like, we still love that record. Bless you. So, and then the next year, he won for I remember in 2015 when he won those two Grammys, and we was all happy for I. In hindsight, does I should win Best Rap Performance and Rap Song? Maybe not, but I got to look at the nominations for that year. You know, they don't have the nominations here, so I can't judge it off that. I isn't a song that has aged well for me, personally. Not one of my favorite songs. All right, for the next year, 2016, which is probably one of my favorite years of Kendrick Lamar music. It was when Pimp Butterfly. That was a year after Pimp Butterfly came. I love that era. Pimp Butterfly is one of my favorite Kendrick albums of all time. Song of the Year didn't win for All Right. Should have won actually. Depends on what won that year. Best rap performance won. I love All Right. All Right is one of the songs that's like hat is a big message song, but also fire. Best rap song. Yeah. Music video. Ooh, I love that music video, but there's probably that was across the board best music video. To Pimp a Butterfly album of the year. Ooh, that would have been I would have been something on that. If that won for album of the year, I would have got it. But it won for best rap album. That's Kendrick's best album to me. Bad Blood, ew. And he won for best music video. See, you see how it's starting? It already started there. That's some bullshit. That video was very popular though. Best dance recording with Flying Lotus. Oh, this started the just giving him for a Grammy nomination for everything. Oh, he wrote on All Day for Kendrick. I forgot about that. Best rap song, These Walls. I don't know these. Wow, this is a great fucking song to win a Grammy. This is probably like the most accurate Grammy win. Like this is like a personal preference. I love These Walls. I didn't know that won a Grammy. So no wonder why he got so many fucking Grammys. Shit like this is winning Grammys. Niggas don't even know These Walls. Like ask a lot of people. They like, do you know These Walls? They probably like, oh. To be fair, To Pimp a Butterfly is an album that people shitted on for no reason. Make no sense to me. Freedom with Beyonce, fucking incredible record. That should have won. Kendrick should have 28 Grammys because that shit should have won. Freedom by Beyonce is incredible. Lemonade should have won album of the year that year as well, so he should have 29. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna give him the credit. Humble, I don't like Humble, but Humble was a huge record, so all of these wins could be justified. I think the video was definitely deserved for the video. I love that video. That's a great fucking. I just don't like the song, man. It's just kind of corny. Album of the year for Damn. No, I don't think it's. I would be happy if it won because I like the album, but it's not one of my favorite Kendrick albums. But it's probably his most commercial album. Best rap album, it won. Very much deserved. I got to see what else was nominated that year, but I think Damn is good. Loyalty, I don't like Loyalty, but everyone does, and it's kind of a classic at this point. And it's actually a song that sounds better with time, so that's a good win. That's a good win. All the Stars didn't win. All the Stars didn't win a Grammy. That's one of the best songs ever that he has. Him and SZA. Wow. They see what happened here. They shut SZA out, so now SZA is gonna win every fucking Grammy every year now because of this. All the Stars got album of the year. Black Panther album should have won album of the year. But King's Dead won. I love that song. J-Rock got a Grammy. I remember being really happy about that. I was very happy. The Future got a Grammy for that. I love King's Dead. Win with J-Rock. Oh, Win should have won too. I love Win. Family Ties won a Grammy. This is where the bullshit started. Rest rap performance, Family Ties. I fucking hate that song. Like I don't hate the song, but the Heart Part 5 won best rap performance and rap song. I had to see what's nominated that year. What? I love the Heart Part 5 though. I like the Heart Part 5, but that's crazy. You know what's crazy? You know what's fucked up? My nose is stuffy. What's fucked up is the Heart Part 5 comes out, right? And I'm like, whoa, this is incredible. This is the best shit in the fucking world, right? I'm super geeked up. I'm super hyped because we're getting a new Kendrick album because we didn't get a Kendrick album for a little while. At this point, yeah, when was Damn, Black Panther album? It was years. Damn, it was like 5 years in between albums. So it made me really excited for Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. And I'm like, oh shit, we gonna get that. Fucking hated Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. It was the first time to where I was like, damn, do I like Kendrick Lamar anymore? Like, that's a dumbass question. I'm just being like dramatic, of course, but like I was genuinely like, damn, I'm not excited for like nothing he does anymore. But one best rap album, I think that's a hugely misstep. Now the content on the album though, the thing that made me realize I'm like, no, I'm still with Kendrick. I'm still very much like aligned with Kendrick. It's because the shit he's talking about on this album is a lot of the shit that I, working on your mental health and shit like that, and just so I connected to the album still. I just didn't like the songs. I didn't love the album. So it's like, Die Hard, Blast. I didn't really care for that. Hillbillies. I actually don't like Hillbillies, and that's not even really like a rap song like that. Count Me Out's a good record. Didn't win. Big Steppers Tour didn't win. Not Like Us won 5 in a row. I really can't like. To me, I can't even like go against that. I don't really like Not Like Us as much as everybody else does, but I can't really go against it because the impact was there. The performance of that record was there. I don't really believe that it was botted and shit like that. I'm not one of those people who thinks that Kendrick Lamar used bots on that. Now, did he have an industry push? Of course, because he's on the same level as Drake. The person that Drake is behind the scenes is going against, which is Lucian Grange and Universal, now just has this new PG Lane deal with Kendrick directly. So it's like, hell yeah, like let's boost this up. Like I'm not. That's the only thing in the whole beef that I'm like with Drake on. I'm like, yeah, and also like Drake being called a pedophile when he's not, or there's no concrete evidence. It's kind of fucked up. It's fair if it's like one stuck the other, like because he said Kendrick beat his wife and stuff like that, and there's other shit he alleged, but like some of that shit I don't really fuck with from like a ethical place, from an ethical perspective, but it's a beef. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? But yeah, like record of the year, song of the year, I think it deserves all of that. Like I can't hate on that song at all. Like that song did what it did. Like that, I think Like That should have won over Not Like Us. I personally, but I'm not mad at that. No matter what, that year those Grammys were gonna go to Kendrick. So, do I agree? No, but should he have got it? Yeah. Luther, I don't like Luther, so like whatever Luther won, I don't care. But this is all just for this year. Chains and Whips, I don't like that song that much. I like his verse though, so I'm happy he got a Grammy for that. That's a great verse. And then of course he got all these other ones. But yeah, most Grammys by a rapper. How impressive is that? It's just crazy to me that like the rapper that I like, because I love Wayne. Wayne, my favorite rapper of all time is Nas. Number two is like Tupac. It's like Wayne. Um, I love Big Sean a lot, but I don't know if he's like on my top rappers list. But I do really like his music, and I really like to follow him. But really, it's just like my top is Pac, Wayne, Nas, right? But then the next person on that list is Kendrick. Like it's been Kendrick. Mr. Morale and Big Steppers kind of disappointed me, but Wayne, so many Wayne albums disappointed me. And at least the quality is still there with Mr. Morale. It's like Mr. Morale and Big Steppers may be disappointing to me, but it's no fucking Carter 6 or whatever that shit was that just came out. But yeah. So it's just crazy that like after like a new rapper, and it's crazy because so long ago now, like I like picking your new favorite rapper. With me picking my new favorite rapper was me picking Kendrick, because Good Kid, Mad City, I related to the album a lot. It felt like I was like I found the rapper that I can relate to, especially the stuff he was talking about with like swimming pools and just having alcoholism in your family, and also not really necessarily indulging in so much stuff. Like I'm definitely drank and stuff, but I've been more sober than anything in my life. I've been more sober in my adult years than not, So it's one of those things I always connected with, and and also the mental health, the family dynamics, all that shit. Like yeah, I really connected with them. Now I think as time progresses, as artists get big, and as you start to kind of distance yourself, they stop becoming as relatable as they were before. But that's no fault on them. That's just how the world works. But like I still love the music. Majority of the music I like. I do like GNX as an album. I just don't think it's one of his better albums. I think it's just a very specific, just I'm doing West Coast shit, West Coast beats that are not my favorite, and then some of the flows that are just like not my favorite, very Draco the Ruler type shit, which I like some of it. But then you got Mr. Morale. That's the only album I don't like really. Damn was commercial, so it was like it wasn't my favorite. I didn't like it more than The Pimp a Butterfly. The Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid, Mad City are just the top two. So I'm just like, I'm there. But yeah, it's just crazy to pick the artist who becomes the most awarded Grammy nominated or winning artist. My dog just looking at me. I'm mad at me. He's like, but yeah, that's my opinion. Hip hop needs to do better at the Grammys. We need more representation across the board. There's a lot of music out there. I think institutions like the Grammys kind of hold hip hop back. I think us not having like a quality award show for ourselves like anymore really also does that. But you know, things have changed. People are kind of like, I kind of hate the smut that it has because Kendrick can't do nothing without people being like, oh, Lucian's puppet, oh blah blah blah, and then he can't even like he can't shit can't really go back to normal. That stupid ass dumbass beef. That shit kind of ruined shit. I hate it. I wish that beef didn't happen. I mean, I was happy it happened because I had a good time with it. But then once like this dust settled and Drake lost, and then now you got Drake fans being really fucking annoying, and then you got like Kendrick, like it ain't even like Kendrick fans. A lot of it, like Kendrick fans are just like happy and support him, right? Like we always going to support Kendrick, like that's just what it is. But it's really just like the people who just hate Drake so much that they support anything anti Drake, and now we at a point where I mean the Drake fans have always kind of been annoying, like, but they are at a point now to where it's like you can't be aligned with anything Kendrick or anything that isn't dick riding Drake. So if you're not dick riding Drake, now you're an enemy, you're an op, and all this weird coded language that they don't even talk about shit. Like that's kind of like the shit that's like, ugh. It's like why can't niggas just look? And it's the worst part is niggas ain't even actually listening to music. It's like niggas who like people. It's like people who don't read headlines, or they people who just read a headline and don't read articles. That's music fans today. They read a track list and then they be like, oh, they listen to a snippet online and read the track list. Be like, oh man, that album's good. And it's like, what the fuck? You didn't even listen to it. That's where we're at. No one's like actually doing it, like watching stuff. People don't even watch like TV. They'll judge a show and didn't even watch it. They're like, oh, MCU sucks. But I'm like, what was the last MCU movie you watched, for example? That's the world we live in. It's like that with hip hop. It's like that with everything. And people don't actually like, it's like, are you even a fan of music? Why you gotta be stronger? Like, why is your whole identity like anti Kendrick or anti Drake? Like, that's weird. Like, what happened to like, oh, I can't wait for this album to come out. Let me listen to this album, see if I like it or not. You don't even got to go out and buy the album no more. You can just literally just listen to it now. I remember like you had to commit. You didn't want to buy your ops music, but now you streaming it like that. That takes even less. Can you stop? Shit. But yeah, the Grammys overall, I think was a good show. I think it kind of just takes the fun. It takes the fun out of it when like the same person is winning everything all the time. It just doesn't feel like they have to even put any effort in, especially when you listen to an album like GNX, where it's a quick album, pretty short. The songs are pretty samey throughout, and it's like, and it's still a good album, but it's just like, damn, you kind of want to see, kind like I hear like a like I hear like a I listen to like a JID album and I'm like, oh man, a JID winning best rap album, and then when they do switch it up, it's like Doji winning, which to me that was the one thing that kept me in the hip hop world, because when Doji won, I was like, okay, there's some real albums like in real music still winning in the hip hop category. Now it's kind of like muddy because it's like the whole TDE shit right now that's going on, where it seems like TDE is kind of like the Rock Nation, to where it's like Rock Nation wins everything, TDE wins everything. Hip hop, when it comes to blackness, the only thing that's covered in like these white institutions is TDE, Rock Nation. That's kind of whack. That's just how it appears. I don't think that that's the case. I don't think there's a conspiracy. I do think that there's relationships, and that's how things work. That's just the world. Like that's regardless of anything. That's just how it goes. That's not no Illuminati. No, that's just like genuinely like they know people higher up. People are friends. Grammy voters are like are more recognized. Like, oh, my friend who also works in the industry worked on this album. Oh, my friend um makes money with Interscope and Universal. Oh, let me do a favor. Let me scratch your back. That's the industry. So it's like it's kind of a bummer. I just hope that black representation is more than just Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar going forward. Hope that the new like we usher in a new era. Um, it's just crazy to me that someone like a J. Cole put out the quality of work that he puts out and also performs as well. Like his albums sell as well as a Kendrick album. You know what I mean? Like it's not like he's slacking behind people in sales and shit like that. He got diamond records too. Like he has the things. It's just crazy that like he got 2 Grammys and Kendrick got 27. It's like I'm not saying that they don't deserve. I just want to see more. I just want to see more variety. I want to see hip hop represented more widely. And when we do, it's not like it's like you give a like I think the Cardi B winning rap album of the year is a big deal. It's like yeah, I mean, and it was also a good album, but it was like yeah, that shakes shit up. Let's shake some shit up. Um, I think the Grammys have been doing that thing where it's like we're putting Freddie Gibbs in the nomination. We're gonna put Royce the 5'9" album in the nominations, but we're not gonna award them anything. I think the best thing that they did was the Killer Mike shit. But last year I don't even like. I mean, I think Utopia would have been a good album to win that. I think Utopia is a good album. The production alone, to me, I really think Travis should have like some Grammy for like production wise. Like I don't think people realize people like to hate on him and they say he's commercial and he has deals with Nike and all these. It's always a sponsorship, but at the same time, I'm like the quality of the music is good. Now, is he a good rapper? No. Does he rap about anything important? No. Is his melodies the best? No. Are the songs good? Yes. Are the beats production great? Yes, fantastic. But yeah, I'm about to end it. I jump back on tomorrow. We'll resume our regular streams. Don't know what tomorrow is, but figure it out.